Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comic Book Burrito. I am your host, Darian,
I'm your host, Landon.
and today we got a bunch of stuff for you. I didn't say plethora this time. It threw me off. I don't know why I did that. Um, it just threw me off completely. I don't know where I was in the intro.
Well,
We have Marvel
we can't win them
news,
all.
DC news, and games. You name it, we got it. Let's talk. Landon, how have you been?
I've been doing all right. I feel like something major happened to me this weekend, but I don't know what it is now.
So many major
Um,
things have happened this week.
I know. Well, I was a little disappointed with the Super Bowl um outcome. I was really shooting for
Oh,
you know,
Taylor Swift won, and that's what all people care about.
that's all. Yeah, that's exactly. I knew it was going to happen. I almost made a bet. I actually thought about it. I thought
Like,
about doing
I
it.
didn't watch. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I mean, I haven't watched the Super Bowl in years.
Really?
Isn't that like a sports ball thing? Can you
Yeah,
remember?
yeah. It's a sports ball thing. Yeah, yeah, buddy.
Gotcha.
I look. I mean, I usually don't because things I don't even watch sports either. I'm
I'm
not.
only there for the If I have a Super Bowl like party or something, I'm only there for the food, the commercials, and the trailers. That's all I'm there for.
Dude. I did make something I never made before. Um, if you know me personally, you know I cook all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm very defensive with it too. Like my girlfriend will start cooking in the kitchen, like right next to me when I'm starting to get going. And I like get like
Or like
pissed
stab
off.
her with the kitchen.
I get pissed off. I'm like, get out of my kitchen. And I shouldn't be like that because she's wonderful. She
Gordon
because
Ramsay.
I always forget stuff. I don't know what my deal is, but she's wonderful, wonderful. But I made this Philly cheesesteak slider, like these sliders, and dude, it was like the best thing I ever made in my life. But no, nothing crazy happened. Besides, I was getting hyped with the Deadpool trailer. But how about you? How's your week been?
Um, Uneventful other than like the trailers. Really, not much going on. Uh,
Mhm.
um, that's really it. I mean, like I don't know. Obviously, I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I watched the trailers when they released.
Yeah.
Um, I watched the Deadpool trailer. I think it said it was like 10 seconds after it was posted, and there were like three views.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I saw. I first thought that was the trailer where they showed the whole thing at Super Bowl. But then I saw it was like watch the full trailer now. I was like, oh, wasn't it? I mean, that was perfect. Like what else we got?
yeah,
It was. I'm pretty. I mean, I guess we'll get into it here in a minute. But I'm
but
pretty.
we were talking about food and cooking, and it this is like not related, but I mean it is related to food cooking. But I I mean we're both like you're older than me by a few months, but like I'll be
Really
20
just a month.
a
Really.
actually a few months. What January, and then I'm in April.
You are April. I keep thinking you're February. I don't know what. I literally
No,
thought you were February. All right.
no. I we're both like we basically are in adulthood now.
Yeah.
And I think started realizing that I am becoming an adult by the sole fact that I have been binge watching Kitchen Nightmares with Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, dude, I was doing that back in freaking high school, man. Dude, I loved it.
And
Oh, it was great.
I'm getting into I'm like every time something happens like, man, they shouldn't be microwaving that. I'm not saying.
Dude,
And then
there's time.
combined with that, real quick, going to like Lowe's Hardware or Home Depot and I'm like walking around, I'm going into like the kitchen section where they have I'm like, man, this is a nice
That's me.
stove. This is a
Yes.
nice fridge.
Dude, I want to buy this fridge now. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
like, I like looking at kitchen appliances.
Dude, me and you gotta go to this one store. They got I can't remember what it's called. It's at the mall. I ain't gonna say which mall, but you know what mall I'm talking
Is it that
about.
one place we tried to go into? Do you remember that store
No,
we tried to go into and they were like, we're closed?
no. I That's not what I'm talking about. I think I
It's a
told you
kitchen
actually.
store.
It is the kitchen. I still haven't been in there. I want to though. I'm
Okay.
referring to
It's like Disney World.
there's a little area inside the mall where we're at. Um, it's next to it's like right across from that Spectrum store, and I got my girlfriend's some glassware from there, and it's like It's like one of the best stores I've ever seen in
I
my
think I know
life.
what you're talking about.
I can't remember the name. It's called, my Abby just told me it's Matthew Sonoma. That's what it's called.
God, yeah, gotcha.
And
I
oh, good
thought
God,
I
great
was
stuff.
gonna say Video Game World.
The video game, that's it. That's,
I went in there.
um,
Uh,
I haven't been there in a hot minute. I want to check it out.
anyway,
But yes, continue. Yes.
yeah, I don't know. That was just like something. I don't know. It just reminded me of that. I've been watching way too much Kitchen. Gordon Ramsay's like I thought. I always heard that he was such like a mean person, and like heard like all stuff he yelled. But like I'm watching him and I'm like, it makes sense.
Yeah, dude,
I understand.
this guy's saving me. What do you?
Like he's literally saving your business, and you're the one
Exactly.
getting mad at him
Oh, yeah. I used to
because you don't know how to run a restaurant.
because I don't get much into like drama shows. I don't know if you can say this is really a drama show in some way, but I just started this new series like yesterday called Shameless. It's on Netflix,
I've heard of it.
and it's like I
Wait,
didn't like it at first. I just saw the first episode. I was like, I don't know about this.
you
I
know who's
just
in
finished.
that show?
I know the guy from the. That's another show I've been watching called The Bear.
Yeah,
Oh my
he's in it.
God.
The
Yes.
guy who plays Joker in Gotham is in it too.
Yeah. He's yeah,
And he plays Cal
Cal.
Kestis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cal Kestis. And that's a good show. I recommend anyone. One I recommend The Bear. That's a fantastic show. I
Mm,
also recommend Shameless. It's pretty good.
yeah.
Uh,
See, this is what I'm talking about when we need like a
the
podcast
after
series
show.
where we just talk.
I don't know.
This-
This ain't even comic book stuff no more. We're talking about
well, we got a lot of that, so we
cooking,
should.
and our Netflix watching.
Yeah.
It's
I've been
just
watching Batman the animated series. That's what's been going on with me this week. There you go. I am
I need to watch that show.
39 episodes into season one. It's
I have the whole series on Blu-ray.
I
I've been
think
meaning to watch.
it's not. I can go ahead and say this. It must be a hot take. No, this in no way means that I don't like the show, but I don't think as a whole the show is should be considered one of the greatest. It's obviously it's set up. It's like a good take on Batman and all his mythos, but I
Mm-hmm.
think it's not show as a whole isn't great. There's just episodes throughout it that are great. It's very hit or miss sometimes.
I've never. This is the first I've ever heard a take like that in my
It's very
life.
hit or it's no, you gotta agree. It's very hit or miss sometimes. Some episodes like, that wasn't as good. This one's like, oh, that was really good. And we're like, oh, okay, this one's okay.
Like
This one's good.
like what's an episode that you really just did not care for?
There's an episode where Catwoman got transformed into like a tiger by some doctor, and there was some other cat guy, and they were like,
Oh, I know absolutely
and
you're talking
I was
about.
like, this is dumb. Like I was not interested.
Are you going to be one of those people that think Gotham is better than Batman the animated
Gotham
series?
is better at showing their origin stories
Oh,
because they don't show their origin stories
that's
besides
dude.
Two
That's
Face.
like the biggest hot take I've ever heard. You better
But
not post that
they
up.
don't show. I'm saying that because they don't show their origin stories in the animated series.
Well, yeah, they just exist.
Exactly. In Gotham, they show the origin stories, so obviously Gotham is better at showing the origin story.
You better not post that ever on our Twitter account. I think
Uh,
Gotham is better than the Batman the animated series, and don't you dare
well,
post
I
it.
never said that. I never said that.
Well, you just said it. Did I was
I
like, do you think
said
Gotham is
the
better?
show is better at showing the origin stories, but
Well,
it's not a better show.
what do you think is like the best Batman show? Do you think it's the Batman
I
from
should like throw a
04
curveball
or
and be like, throw a curveball and say Batwoman.
the Batwoman show?
No.
Adam West.
Even though they did do the tone of that show really well, it was just written bad. Um, it's probably Batman the animated series. I mean,
Okay.
but
Okay.
Gotham is second because Gotham got a lot of stuff right, even though it was working on a lower budget. But for what it was, a Gotham cop drama, it was good.
There's a lot. I always kind of feel bad for that show sometimes 'cause I feel like there's like a lot of things they were like
They tried to do so much, but it
they were
got
kind of
put. They got
they were kind of treated unfairly a
yeah,
bit.
2 seasons got pulled from them because of Ben Affleck's Batman.
Yeah, something that never even happened.
Yeah.
It did it because
Anyway,
they're going to like Nate in the movie. Is that right?
yeah,
Yeah. So and that like never happened.
yeah.
So
That's why the Joker story is so messed up. They were gonna do Two Face, but they couldn't.
I don't know. That's the one I don't like. Like I never liked the idea of Batman and Catwoman being like childhood friends. Like, I don't like that. I
Well,
don't like.
this also has the same I don't know if it's the same. This has the take where like the villains created Batman instead of like Batman being
Making the
around when the
villains.
villains came out, which makes more sense because Batman's like, well, I need to stop this. This is just too much. He's aware of Riddler, and he's aware of Joker and Penguin and all that, Mister Freeze.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. It's a show that's definitely worth talking about one day on here.
Mm.
Because it
I
does a lot
remember
of stuff.
I started watching it. Like, I saw like a couple episodes, not even like in a row, but like scattered about. Like, I remember I saw it when the first episode came out. I
And,
watched that
and
like, and I was like, I was like, it's not too bad. I'd like to see the next one. I never did. And then like years later, I watched a another episode. I don't even remember what it was even about. I think it was like around like season 3 came out. So I'm just all over the place with it.
yeah, I watched every single episode every week when it aired on TV, even the finale. Um, you don't understand how unbelievably hyped I was whenever they announced it.
I mean, well, the idea of it's cool. It's like, oh, so it's gonna be take on more like the GCPD stuff and like Gordon when he was
Yeah,
younger.
and
I'm cool with it.
Gordon and Bullock were like the big focus of the whole show. I mean, Bruce was too, but
Mm,
and then you get like Morena Baccarin who plays Vanessa, I think her name is in the Deadpool movies.
yeah,
And she
she's
plays
like she's Jim's
Leslie
wife.
Tompkins.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's just Jim's wife, and in real life is his wife.
really.
Yeah,
Wow.
so yeah. Anyway, we got on like a lot of rants just now. I don't know what happened, but we have Marvel
Yeah.
news to talk.
We talked about cooking, Gotham. I mean,
I mean,
yeah.
anyways.
I mean, yeah, I know.
Okay. We had two trailers this week. We need to talk about it.
Yeah.
And let's go ahead and get on with the biggest one, which would
Big
be
X Men week
yes,
from.
and Fantastic Four League. Yeah, Fantastic
Oh
Four
yeah!
League.
Oh holy crap! Yeah, I forgot. You know what? I completely forgot that even happened. I don't know how I
Yeah.
did.
Deadpool and Wolverine, official title for Deadpool 3, and we got a teaser. And we're gonna talk about it. You were hyped for this trailer, I imagine.
I was. I remember. I tell you what. I can't wait to. Well,
Did you?
maybe could be happy to say. I can't wait to review these movies because I got so many stories to tell with this series. Such as my mom not wanting me to go see the first one when it came out. I was like in 6th grade, I want to say,
Mm-hmm.
and and I remember she was just like, well, our movie. I mean, you know, the deal. I was
Yeah.
like the first time I ever like experienced something like that, like like a kid with GTA or something with their
Mm-hmm.
parent, like, hey, hopefully they just don't really ask, they just think, like, all right, I'll go buy the game. Um, but oh my god, I I was in there sitting watching the Super Bowl. The trailer came up. My mom was like, "You see that, Landon? They're gonna make Deadpool 3." And she forgets. She knows I run a
Two-time.
podcast. She forgets I run a pod. Well, I don't think she forgets I do the podcast, but I think she forgets like I already know a bunch of this stuff. Like I've seen the behind the scenes stuff. She's like, "You see, Wolverine's gonna be in it." I was like, I'll play pretend with
We've
her. I'm like,
been
no,
known this.
I didn't know that. No, that's crazy.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
shocked. I keep hearing it's Hugh Jackman coming back or something. Well, I don't
Burden of knowledge.
know. Oh good god. I have those pictures burnt in my head, but this trailer was absolutely incredible. It got everything I wanted on it in it. So I mean,
Yeah.
what did you think? I loved it.
I also did love the trailer. Is it for a teaser trailer? This is like two
That was a
minutes and
good
30
teaser trailer.
seconds. This is
Oh
a
yeah,
long teaser trailer. But it did tease stuff. It showed everything very quickly. Didn't show any Wolverine. I guarantee we'll get some Wolverine in the official trailer.
yeah. I called it. I will say I called it here, folks. We ain't gonna see Wolverine until.
All you saw was his shadow a little bit of him, like his like at the end,
Yes,
and
or
one other shot. But we're gonna talk about that because there's some news surrounding it.
yeah, yeah. 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 Yeah.
So, I mean, Deadpool's got a wig. He's
Well, oh
working the leak is I guess is true. He is working as a car salesman. That's shown in
yes,
one point. So I guess this is with like Job Wig or something. We see all
yeah.
the gangs back. Colossus, Peter's there. The guy with the mustache.
Peter, Shatterstar.
Yeah, Shatterstar.
Yeah, yeah, he's there.
Played by the same actor who plays the main character in the new Mortal Kombat movie. The same
Oh yeah,
Cole.
he is Colt of. No,
Um,
don't bring him back. I don't want
uh, yeah. So they're there. Everyone's back. Because Deadpool went back in time and did all that stuff, which everyone assumed would be what the plot of this movie was, and we were mostly correct because he blows out his candle on his birthday cake, knock at the door, opens the door, the TVA is there. They look a little different. They have like
him.
these soldiers that have like these helmets, like masks on and stuff,
Yeah, yeah, definitely look different.
more militarized.
Hmm.
And they're there. They take dead. They got the prune sticks out. Deadpool. Deadpool says, I got news for you. Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
It looks straight at the
Yeah,
camera.
and that's the perfect way to start off.
Oh yeah, perfect. It's like, oh okay.
Yeah. Um. So I mean, he goes with the TVA. Matthew McFadden's character, whose name is Mr. Paradox in this. He's kind of like Hydra Bob for this movie, from what the leaks were. Um. He's there talking to him, and he takes him out into the TVA. This is post Loki. Also, I think Paradox is Mobius's replacement. Um, I don't remember. They go out. He sees the Avengers on TVs and stuff. He salutes Captain America. And he says he needs him to be a hero among heroes. Uh, and Deadpool says he's the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus.
Yeah, I am Marvel Jesus.
Uh, um, which that makes sense. My Time to Shine Hello or whoever it was posted that picture. I think I sent it to you of Deadpool's
Mm.
like edited onto an angel
Yeah.
or whatever, and I was like, what? And that was that.
Hey, what's this all about?
Yeah. Um, but he's there. The whole thing in this, I think it's kind of funny how he's like, I'm Marvel Jesus, because literally this movie is going to save the MC.
He is. He will save it.
And I
Save
think
it.
that's like, I think that means like they know that this has all been bad and they're gonna fix it. I don't know. Because like acknowledging that in a trailer is funny.
Yeah, I mean they need it. It's very like I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff they need to fix, and I think they're getting ready to. I don't know. This is the first one under Iger,
Yeah.
not Chapek. Yeah, so that's gonna do. I'll probably hail. I'm not gonna say Iger is any better than Iger is better than Chapek, but not by much. Um,
Well, he was in charge of the. Oh, he's also like he also wasn't like during the writers' strike and all that. He kind of sucked. But
yeah,
he didn't help. He was around during the Infinity Saga, and then Chapek took over after that, and that's why it was
yeah,
ruined.
yeah. I just,
So we'll see.
yeah.
But
I mean, hopefully it's good. I hope.
yeah. So this trailer, Deadpool says your little cinematic universe is about to change, and right here is where the shot that I'm talking about is. We see a shot from behind a character by Wolverine. Behind Wolverine, it's him in a white suit, patch.
Yep.
Everyone knows. Well, do you know the little fact about this moment?
I know the rumor. Yes. For well
Not a
before
rumor,
we get
apparently.
I mean, it is facts. Like it's happening.
According to a few people, yes. Um, this is not our Wolverine. It is not Hugh Jackman, and the it is a different actor. That's what we know playing Wolverine. It could be another. It could be someone else, but the leading idea is that this is Daniel Radcliffe. Because he was cast in the movie a while back, apparently in a unknown role, and everyone's fan casted him as Wolverine for forever.
Hmm.
So there you go.
I mean, well earlier I thought you were referring to how I wasn't even gonna say the rumor or with the Super Bowl trailer. It was like it showed different shots and one showed a different one of of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I
Yeah,
thought that's what you were about to go with that. I was like, oh, he's going to talk about patches and all that, or just patch. I forget. Um, yeah, I hope that's true. That'd be really cool because I've always thought. I'm not gonna lie. I always thought that that was a strange casting. I didn't really see it until like I got like way older. When I was younger, I was like, "Oh, Daniel Radcliffe should be like MCU Wolverine." I was like,
that's Harry
"No."
Potter.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, "That's just Harry. That's just Harry Potter. That's not. That ain't
Um,
no
yeah,
Wolverine."
yeah,
But
that is the prevailing um talk though. But anyway, the trailer continues going on. We get a lot of stuff. Deadpool in the void from Loki. We get a shot of something swooping down and grabbing a TVA agent, which supposedly is Eliath, the big cloud monster from Loki.
yeah,
I love how tightly wound this is, like to the MCU, even though it doesn't even feel like it.
I saw some people say that that was actually Galactus
Oh my
from the
god,
Fantastic Four
that would
Silver
be
Surfer.
that would be hilarious.
I know some people said that. I thought I was like, oh, please, because
Um,
that sounds perfect.
that would be hilarious. Um, and we get some shots of him killing some TVA agents in a snowy forest. And according to some insiders, that snowy forest is the same place from the opening of Age of Ultron. Um, so there's that.
I don't think so.
It is. It's what the Daniel RPK and
Oh, that's
Mark
what
Shonda
RPK
wrote.
say. Oh, I thought that's just like a rumor. I was like,
No,
I think it's a story for us. So I wonder why
no,
he's there. I know who said that. Was it? Somebody said that he's going to save Quicksilver.
that's just a like someone thinking about like what he could be doing. Because remember, that's even the same place that they showed him on the video
Yeah.
in at the beginning.
Oh, it
Um,
is. I remember. Oh, yes, it is, isn't it? So I think,
um,
hey, you might be right.
okay, so after the, I mean, this shows a bunch of stuff, him fighting people, um, all kinds of crazy stuff, and then we see for a split second a guy with some goggles saying, "Oh man, I love this part." That's Pyro from
Yeah.
X2.
No, X3.
It's X2,
It's X3.
sir. I have seen these movies so many times.
I have two. It's X3.
I look up
Look over.
X2 Pyro and it shows up, I'm gonna. That's what I thought. X-Men 2. Magneto meets Pyro. Pyro unleashes his power. X-Men 2.
Is it? Look up X-Men 3. He's in that. Is it? I guess
He,
he.
yeah, he's in that too, but he showed up at X2 for the first time.
Oh, okay. I thought he should have been 3. Okay, my bad. My bad. My
He might
bad.
be in 3 too, but I mean, I think
I
he
know
is.
he's in 3,
But yeah, that was him in that. We also know Sabretooth is supposed to be in it as well.
and
Um,
it's supposed to be
it's all the same
oh, what's his?
actors.
I'll say man, that's cool. Well, no, is it from the X-Men 1 or is
Yes,
it
from the everything is from the original trilogy.
well, I'm talking about freaking what's his face from X-Men Origins.
No, everything's from the
Yeah.
original trilogy.
All right, all right, all right.
So like X-Men, X2, X-Men, no, X-Men Last Stand. Um, yeah. So Deadpool gets knocked through a wall, and then Wolverine's shadow walks up. Claws come out, attacks Deadpool into trailer. July 26th is
Yep.
the release date. And yeah, we already have 10 minutes left.
Dang. Well, it was a good opening, I guess.
God, I want to cry. Okay, so yeah, Deadpool 3 trailer. Um, it was just what the doctor ordered. I can say that.
Yeah.
Um, I that's what I wanted. I'm happy, and I am eagerly awaiting the popcorn bucket.
Oh yeah, what do you think it is?
My theory at the moment is that it's Deadpool's severed head with like, but like the handle is like a pair of Wolverine claws stabbed into it, like with like a handle so you can like hold it. It'd be cool. No, if it's like the Wolverine claws that I have
Yeah.
and like the thing you grab, what if it's that stabbed into the head so you hold it and it looks like they're your claws stabbing through Deadpool's
You're
head
calling slapping Deadpool in the head. That would be perfect.
and it's like a
I like
cup.
that. No cut. Oh, I
I would
was gonna
literally
say, I
I would
wonder.
drink out of it on the pot.
You think that in the on the Wolverine claw, because don't they, doesn't some popcorn buckets have like a drink holder on it as well, or no?
Sometimes.
I thought sometimes they did. I was gonna say maybe his hand has like a little cup thing in it. You put it. I don't know. I like that though. That because as soon as you told me that, I was like, oh yeah, that sounds perfect. Let's do that. Let's do it. I hope. Well, I feel like that's just too good of an idea.
It
They
is.
won't do that, and we won't get that, and I'm just gonna be pissed off. Mad that's not that.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess we go ahead and rate this Deadpool and Wolverine trailer out of 10. No,
Five.
wait, 5.
No,
5. That's
five.
right.
We talked about this last week.
Shut
What
up.
in the world?
Out of 5.
Uh, I'm indeed five, man. I thought everything was perfect. There's nothing really.
I'm gonna give it 5. Yeah, I think 5 sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, why
5 out
not?
of
I mean,
5
well, I
best
mean,
friends.
I mean, obviously, I could easily just be all like, "Oh, if they added Wolverine, it would have been better." But I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's perfect. I don't care.
Um, but yeah, that was our Deadpool 3 trailer review. But there was one other trailer that came out this week. We're going to talk about the official trailer from Marvel Studios or Marvel Animations X-Men 97. Um, this was
Peak.
as a person who has not watched all the X-Men animated series,
Mm-hmm.
I like it, but I also don't like it enough to watch all the seasons. Um,
So you don't
it
really, so you don't like it that much.
I like the characters.
Yeah.
Um, this might be the perfect trailer again.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you talk about it gets the nostalgia in there. It gets the.
It literally
I
starts
mean,
off with like the finale, right?
yes, yeah. At the very end, spoiler alert of a show that came out in the '90s. Uh, Charles Xavier dies.
Yep,
Professor X
passes away.
dies. I can't remember how. Um, I can't remember if it was like in battle or whatever. But anyways, he dies and Magneto takes over the X Mansion and he's kind of reformed. I don't know what's with the trailer that looks like he's still,
Yeah, I don't know
it,
about
I
reformed.
don't know. He's supposedly, um,
Yeah, I mean the trailer
but
starts with that seamless transition into the actual trailer.
yeah,
With like the screen widening and all that. Animation surprisingly looks a lot better than I thought it would.
yeah, I know. I was a
Um,
little nervous. I thought someone told me it was CGI. It
it's
doesn't
not.
look.
It's not CGI. It's different animation, but it's also paying homage to the old one. It's still a little choppy, but like it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think most of the same voice actors. There's a couple characters that aren't.
I think I got
You can
everyone
tell
who's.
that they're getting older
Oh yeah,
because
oh yeah.
Wolverine.
Wolverine does not. Yeah, definitely does not. I first thought it was someone new. I was like, oh, I guess that's one of the new
I
guys.
had the same feeling I had hearing Joker's voice in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League for the first time that I had hearing Wolverine's voice in this trailer. I was like, whoa,
It's so weird because it's
whiplash.
not. Because I don't want to say it sounds bad. 'Cause I get he's older now, so I'm not trying to. I don't want to like give him crap or anything because it doesn't sound awful or anything. It's just so like
Quit buzzing in
it's
my ear, bub.
it. It's just like I don't know how to even describe. It's just a voice I just can't picture really Wolverine doing.
Yeah,
But I've seen the trailer.
It's Cal Dodd though.
I mean, it's him. Who. I mean, I think everyone that they just could not get was just due to them
The
just
people that
passing.
passed, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Now
I mean, they got
there's a
everyone.
different voice actor for Gambit, but the voice actor for Gambit voices someone else. Apparently, I don't know why they didn't get him for Gambit,
That's
but
weird. I wonder if he just can't do it.
it might be. He might just not be able to do the accent anymore.
Can't get occasion. Oh, man. I can't.
But
That's my occasion. I guess I don't know. I try.
anyway, um, and so I mean the trailer's going on, right? It's just showing a bunch of cool stuff, all showing the X-Men. Shows a little bit of Bishop in there. I mean
I mean,
Jean Grey's
I,
pregnant.
yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, that's a big one there. Jean Grey is pregnant with
Cable.
Cable.
Yeah,
Yes.
which is crazy.
It's I think the only one I kind of know that is a different back to isn't Cyclops different voice actor?
I believe
Because I
so.
believe his actor passed. But
Um,
I can't remember on most of these things.
yeah. Um, it's I'm not 100% sure.
Hmm.
Um, Let me see. It says right here, Cal Dodd's back. Um, yeah, it's a different actor because the voice actor for him passed away in 2020. He's voiced by Ray Chase now, which he sounded good. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah,
me,
it's not
my
bad.
X-Men.
I mean, me, my ex man. I'm like, ooh, all right.
But yeah, we see some Jean pregnant stuff. It just goes through cool Gambit and Wolverine scene. That was like my favorite part of the trailer. Where he charged his
Mm.
claws up.
I know. I was
Um,
like, ooh, I was pretty. I was actually like really impressed
yeah,
with that. I was like, I want to see. I hope they have like more combos like that's always been like my favorite thing in superhero things when they use their powers to team up to do
yeah,
like a special move or something. I've always loved that.
yeah. Um, Anyway, you go through it. I mean, you get the Cyclops saying "To me, my X-Men," and all the X-Men show up, and then title card March 20th comes out on March 20th, so actually about a month and 3 days away. Um, and then the ending stinger is the last will and testament of Charles Xavier. Everything that he owned now belongs to Magneto, making it seem like
Yeah.
Magneto is going to be possibly a villain of sorts.
Yeah. What was with
Um,
those outfits the X Men were wearing? You think they got
it
back
looked
from like
like
a
they were
beach?
having like a beach day or something,
Yeah.
like a volleyball tournament.
I'm
Because Jean Grey was in a referee outfit. Excuse me.
yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I wonder what that's about. Like what who
Um,
knows?
but yeah, that was a trailer. I mean, it was good, good trailer.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it hit everything it needed to. It had the again had the nostalgia in there. Had you hear the voices. It has a couple action set pieces. The tone is still the same as the show. People hating mutants, and it's perfect. And
Yeah,
and animation looks good too. It looks
and
great.
and a Peter Parker and Eddie Brock reference.
Yeah, I I'm telling you, if we get Christopher Daniel Barnes in there, I feel like that's they're going to be because I feel like they're going to do Spider-Man 98 at some point, and I think that's going to be like their lead way into it.
That'd be
Which I
cool.
wonder how Eddie Brock even did that because that dude's dead in that
I have no
universe.
idea.
Yeah, yeah, that's a show you got to watch now. Yes,
Okay, well
Christopher
here
Daniel Barnes.
let's go ahead and rate this trailer so we have less than a minute in the meeting. What would you
Um,
rate X-Men '97 trailer out of five?
5 all the way.
Five. It's a five. Two five trailers in one episode. It's kind of crazy.
Oh yeah.
Um, we have a lot of news to get into, but first, Zoom hates us, so we'll be right back. Okay. News. A lot of that. We're gonna talk about it. Now you probably think you'll be like, well, we're obviously going to talk about the big news first. No, um, it's sprinkled throughout. So sorry to get anyone's hopes up if they think we're going to talk about a certain um a group of four that may or may not be fantastic. Um, I should edit in the fan four stick video. Sorry,
The Fan Force. Say that again.
fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Um, okay, but first piece of news here. Something interesting didn't know about. I think it'll be fun to see though. Namor, is now confirmed to appear in both What If Season 3 and Marvel Zombies. Zombie Namor sounds terrifying.
Yeah, it does sound terrifying, like an underwater zombie. I mean,
Yeah,
and
no one
what?
wins.
Yeah, no one wins.
There is more What If Season 3 news at the end. Of a certain character showing up, which we found out about. Um, but yeah, I thought I'd just throw that in there. Something. I want to point this out about the Deadpool 3 trailer. And we didn't talk about it, we reviewed it, but um, Guess how many views it got in its first 24 hours?
The Deadpool.
Yes.
Um, I don't know. Maybe it's got to be a couple million. Uh, I don't know. I because I want to say, cause I feel like I'm gonna say a number. You're like, really? You think it did that much? That's way too small, or way too, you know,
Well, just give a number.
100 million.
The Deadpool and Wolverine teaser trailer in its first 24 hours got 365 million views, making it the highest viewed trailer ever on YouTube.
That's insane. Like No Way Home.
Beat out No Way Home by 100
Yeah,
million.
I was saying, I think it beat out No Way Home, didn't it?
Yeah, by 100 million, which is insane. Um, it's this movie has so much hype around it. And like the press tour hasn't even started, so like even more hype's gonna start coming when they start ramping that up.
Oh yeah.
I believe right before we started recording, they just released a new poster, um, which is like some friendship bracelets.
I know one of them was fake. It was the one with like the Valentine's Day or
That
whatever with
was
like
real, but
no,
made
that
with
was fake.
AI.
Oh really?
It was posted by Marvel India, but it was an
Mm,
AI picture.
gross.
Yeah. Um, but yeah. There's that. Speaking of Spider-Man, though, Amy Pascal, the name that should strike fear in every Spider-Man fan's heart.
You got that
Um,
right.
she said this on a potential live-action Miles Morales movie. She said, "Someday, not until after we make two more movies."
Oof. Okay.
Ugh. Um, yeah, one day maybe a Miles movie. I don't think we need one.
I mean, no.
He's already getting Miles is getting a trilogy.
Miles, I mean, I'm cool with Miles coming to the MCU and stuff, but
But yeah, I don't think he needs right now. He needs his own. I think we're just getting off of a trilogy of him. I think we just
I mean, I feel weird because we
and
need.
the game too as well.
Yeah, the game. I mean, game's great. I tell you what, I think that Miles game is better than most Peter games. Tell you that right now. Now I want to throw this in here. I want to get your thoughts on it. I mean, do you think that we could possibly see a? Well, the thing is, I feel like we are just now getting real Spider-Man in the MCU. Like, don't get me wrong. Say what you want about Homecoming because that's a pretty decent movie, or Far From Home. Um, but I don't think Peter was fully really Spider-Man till the end of No Way Home. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
so I mean, like I'd rather. I mean, I guess two more movies. I mean, I think after six, that's when Miles should be coming in.
yeah,
Because there's a lot of stories I think they need to tell with Peter, but we'll see.
yeah. Um, I got you. But yeah, I thought I'd mention that in there. Mark Ruffalo was in the news this week. Um, he pulling a Mark Ruffalo, and he came out and said, "Ah, yeah, I'm in Captain America 4." But then he came back out and he said, and the news came out and said he's not in Captain America 4. He misspoke during the interview. And I'm like, "Yep, Kevin got him."
Oh,
He took
Max, sorry.
locked it.
Sorry,
He
I was looking at Max tweet right now. It was nothing. I was like, oh,
yeah.
uh, I saw you won. So congratulations to Max on that.
Yeah.
Apologies though. What were you saying?
Oh my God. Mark
Sorry.
Ruffalo being in the
Yeah,
news.
Mark Ruffalo. Yeah, he's like not in it at all.
No, and he said he misspoke in the interview, and I'm like, well, Kevin got him.
Well, were you supposed to be in then, Mark? Misspoke on
Exactly.
what?
Um, I think he is in it.
I think so too.
That's just me. Yeah, that thought I'd
Well, I mean,
mention that.
surely, I mean, Red Hulk. I mean, yeah, I agree completely. I think he's
Yeah.
definitely in it.
Um, Madam Web is out.
Okay. Yeah. Go see it. It
Yeah,
needs it.
it does. It really does.
It's
It's
6 million, correct?
not, yeah, not only is this movie being called the worst comic book movie of all time, it is also being called one of the worst movies of all time.
So I've heard.
I haven't seen it. I
I
don't really
mean,
plan on. I don't really plan on seeing it anytime soon. But unless like I win tickets to it, and I'm like, okay, then I'll watch it.
hey, Landon, you want to come with me?
Might as well.
Might as well. I planned on seeing it just for the
I tell you, what's
giggles.
a better use of your money is to go watch Wonka. This movie's still
Is it
making
still in
money.
theaters?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
I'm
still
not
making
surprised.
money.
Yeah, why not?
They're making a sequel.
They are. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Didn't they say one of the chickens like the craze of Wonka and
Yeah,
how he
let's
kind of
show like how he took
is
that kind
dark?
of darker turn. I'm like, that sounds
Yeah,
peak.
it
I
does
will be
sound peak,
watching.
and I might have to get. Literally, I will not watch it
Literally, I'm
until
not gonna let you watch Wonka until you watch. You have to watch it with me in like the same. I need to be there when you watch it.
here. I'll rent it one day off like Voodoo or something, and then we'll go watch it.
I thought about buying the steelbook of it.
Is it a cool steelbook?
Yeah, it looks like a box of candy.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah,
I'll
a
check. I
box of
want to check
chocolate.
that out then.
Anyway, yeah, Madam Web is out.
Madam
Um,
Web's so bad we don't even want to talk about it.
I really don't. I just wanted to mention it because it's out.
I mean,
I
it's
tell you what, I
like,
do want to talk about though is this next piece of news, but I'll wait.
I mean, it's I I there's a lot of things I don't understand. I is that before I even talk too much. Well, actually, here before I even say it, is that whole Sony Marvel or Spider-Man 4 thing on our news?
Yes.
Okay, I'll talk about it then. So never mind. Continue.
I like we were just talking about freaking Max winning that award. I
Yep.
think Case just won Best Streamer.
Really?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, congratulations to Queso.
There you go.
So,
Yeah, so that's hype. Okay.
yep.
I'm gonna close the stream now. I was watching it while we were talking. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So this is the news I want to talk about. And this got me. I was in Concord Mall in um Concord, North Carolina. Um, Concord Mills, this was called. Um, I was in Best Buy and this popped up on my phone, and I like audibly yelped in the store.
Oh.
This is not what you think it is. It's not the casting. It's a movie that is being made. Which wasn't me reading that I was hyped, but then I read who's directing it, and I got even more hyped. But a Midnight Suns film is reportedly in development at Marvel Studios, with Michael Giacchino in talks to direct it. Yes.
This could be really good.
Oh my God. I mean, all right, Michael Giacchino being the guy. I mean, he's only directed one thing before, which is Werewolf by Night, but he's done music for everything you could think of.
Mhm.
Um, but Werewolf by Night was so good.
Oh yeah.
Um,
It's peak written all over it. So
yeah. So
that's
doing an entire supernatural themed movie, yeah, I would love to see how he does Moon Knight.
mm, oh
But we don't
yeah.
know
Okay.
anything about the team or anything else in the movie other than it is being worked on.
We'll find out.
Yep. Okay. What's next? Oh, here we go. So it was Valentine's Day this past whenever it was,
Yes.
and I don't remember. And they decided to bless us with something. Quite unexpected, I gotta be honest. I just looked at my phone. I think I was playing Suicide Squad, and I looked down at my phone and like just hopped on Twitter for a second. Everyone was talking about it, and I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. But What I'm talking about is the casting for the Fantastic Four is official. We've known it. If you've been listening to the show, you've known it for a few months now. We've just been waiting for the announcement. Thank God Adam Driver is not in this.
Thank God.
Oh my God.
Now,
Thank God Mila Kunis isn't the thing.
oh yeah, no, yes, I remember someone said that at one point. I heard someone say that apparently she's still running.
No,
She's trying to get a. I don't know. I don't believe it.
I ain't heard enough
Uh,
about that, but no.
yeah, well, it's probably a joke more or less on like one of those like fake accounts, but apparently she's in the running, wanting to do Silver Surfer.
No,
So,
we have news about that. That's not true.
oh, all right, all right. He pretty much shot me down in the middle of a.
Yeah, I did.
No, not sure. It's like, oh, okay, my bad.
Um, but yeah, so they went ahead and sorry, I'm about to send you another thing with Max. Um, went ahead and announced the cast for the official title of the movie being The Fantastic Four. Um, the picture which you see up on your screen now is very 60s inspired. So it looks
Yeah.
like the out of time story is true.
Hmm.
Um, from what we heard, it's them going back in time to prevent Galactus from coming,
Yeah.
and I believe, and trying to remember, I can't remember any more about it, but the cast. Start with that.
Yes.
Herbie is in the movie. Okay. Um, let me see what order I want to start this. Least controversial to controversial. Controversial. Here we go. Um, Vanessa Kirby is Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman.
Perfect.
Everyone, I mean, well, I want to say everyone knew this was happening. Everyone knew all of this was happening.
Yeah.
Um, but that was my fan cast, so I'm happy.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, it
so yeah.
wasn't bad at all. I'm glad she's in it.
Eben Moss Backrack as Ben Grimm, aka the Thing. He
Hmm.
is in The Bear. He was in
Yep.
Punisher. He played Micro. Um, he's a good actor too.
Yeah, great
Um,
actor.
and from the Thing's design and the picture look pretty cool. Granted, that's maybe not what he will look like in the movie. I don't know, but
Very
um,
classic looking thing though.
yeah. But it looked good. Uh, yeah. Okay. Um, this is like least controversial to controversial for me. So next would be Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, the Human Torch.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I do not understand the hate.
Uh, Again, I mean, I don't. I absolutely hate Stranger Things. And I guess we mentioned it on private call. I don't think I ever mentioned it on here.
Yeah,
I can't stand. I will reference. I don't like Stranger Things. I absolutely hate the show. I don't think it's good at all. I never understood the love behind it. But but where am I going with this? And I absolutely hate his character in the in the show. But I think him as Johnny Storm has very, very big potential. So I
yeah.
don't
I
I don't
don't
understand
get
that.
the hate, and I think it's only because he's in Stranger Things that people hate him. He's been in other stuff too, and he's a good actor. He's British, so we'd have to hear
Yeah.
him try to do a American accent. He did one in Stranger Things, but we'll see. He looked good in the picture that of the drawing.
Yeah.
That it was with the blonde hair.
He looked like Johnny Storm, so I mean I don't see it shouldn't be really an issue.
Yeah. And then we go on to the final casting. And so what is the most controversial of the castings? Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic. A casting that, when it was rumored a while back, everyone was like, huh.
What?
Um, And I had the same response that I also have now. Granted, now, well, okay, let
I'm
me
definitely
explain.
more open to it now.
Let me explain. Um, this is Pedro Pascal. All right. Okay, real quick, I want you to act like someone who doesn't understand. Act like someone on Twitter right now. Give me an impression of someone's reaction to this on Twitter.
I mean, I'm gonna have to hit my head with a hammer for a minute to
Do
act
it.
like someone on Twitter.
Do it.
All right, here we
What
go.
would someone on Twitter? Okay, right now. Headline: Pedro Pascal is Mr. Fantastic.
That's gross. It should have been Adam Driver. No,
No,
it
they'd be
should.
like,
You
it
know,
should have been John Krasinski.
should be John Krasinski. Yeah.
See, and I would respond with this: name one thing that Pedro Pascal has been bad in, and I will wait. And the answer is nothing, because he's been great in
Hold
everything that
up,
he's been in.
hold up now.
He's good in Narcos. He's good at, which is his, I think his first role. Or his first role might be Game of Thrones, but he was good in that too.
No,
Um,
yeah, no, Narcos was his first one.
okay, and then it was Game of Thrones. He's fantastic in The Last of Us. He's good in, well, his voice is good in The Mandalorian. Um, let's see, Wonder Woman 84. He was the best part of that movie.
I don't know. Let me see here. I'm gonna see if there's something I saw him in that I didn't like. But as far as I know, no man, he's good, man. He knows how to act, and he definitely knows how to
Yes,
put on a
and if
great.
this video that just came out yesterday is any consideration, I think it'd be a good read because this man's method of memorizing lines is psychotic. He wrote, dude wrote down the first letter of every line in the script, and then when asked to explain what it was, he was like fumbling around his words and like frantically trying to explain.
It's better if I just show you. And he showed that, and oh my god,
Yeah, I'm
that
like,
was
this
like
dude
the
is
gross. That's the grossest thing I ever seen in my life.
he's the Zodiac killer.
He is. I am convinced he is.
But yeah, so Fantastic Four, um the Fantastic Four releasing July 25th, 2025, the same month as Superman Legacy. Talk about Spawn killing. Sorry.
Oh wow.
No, no. I think Superman will outdo that movie, but
Yeah,
I don't even think there's gonna. I think there's gonna be a release date change, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Um, but yeah, I mean, those are your Fantastic Four. I mean,
yeah, that's it.
we've talked about it all really before in our thoughts. I think people obviously Reed wasn't anyone's. Oh, wait, we're not Reed. Pedro wasn't on anyone's radar. Um, but he's certainly to land a no Glenn Howerton. But
Yeah, definitely not.
it's I think it's a thing where people are going to see it and they're going to be like, okay, wait, I get it.
I get it. It's a Danny DeVito moment.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, I
For
get it.
both him and for Joseph Quinn. But yeah, there's your. We have a lot more Fantastic Four news sprinkled throughout this. But first, let's get on to this next stuff. According to Daniel RPK for these next three things. First, Thunderbolts will likely not be R rated.
Hmm.
So that was a uh, piece of news I think we talked about last week. Um, about it being R rated. Apparently, it most likely will not be. Which I don't think it really
Well,
needs to be R rated, but
yeah, it don't need to be. I don't think that should. I should definitely be some R-rated stuff in the MCU, but I mean, not everything needs to be R-rated.
yeah, now you're kind of like now you're just pushing.
Yeah, it's just like just because something successful already doesn't it doesn't have to be that way. It's just there's no really a point to it.
Yeah. Well, that's that. Also, according to Daniel RPK, Marvel is eyeing a 2025 production start date for Armor Wars. Finally some Armor Wars news.
I know, yeah. What was that account? The Armor Wars update?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, that poor dude.
Um. So yeah, 2025 starting production of that. Yeah, some more Justin Hammer action. Okay, according to Daniel RPK, Kevin Feige is reportedly considering adding Deadpool and Wolverine to Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. They were both originally planned for Secret Wars. This decision came after Feige was highly impressed by Deadpool and Wolverine.
Thank God.
So interesting that Wolverine would be in Kang Dynasty before like all the other multiversal characters show up.
Yeah, so I guess he doesn't really have like a major role.
Hmm.
So because I mean, I wonder how they. I mean, I guess they're still writing it right now. I guess
I don't think they're writing it yet.
just have ideas for it.
Yeah. But yeah, there's that. Um, let's see. Okay, here is where we get into more Fantastic Four stuff. According to Jeff Snyder, the insider on, I think, I don't know if he did this on a podcast or not. But Marvel Studios is reportedly searching for an actor to play Silver Surfer in the Fantastic Four.
Me.
I already put my name in there. You can't.
All right. No, only one. So I guess somebody has to host the
Someone,
podcast. So the other
someone
one's
has to do the
filming.
show while I
Someone has to
go
do the show.
get painted all
Don't,
silver
don't you
and get
have all
lead
the
poisoning.
equipment and passwords? Yeah, you gotta stay, not me.
I'll have to just pass it down to you,
Well,
or
who can
or
lose the
up to
weight?
you at this
Who can
point.
lose the weight faster? We'll find that out.
I have more free time.
I exercise more. By that I mean just move boxes around in my warehouse, and that's it. That's
Um, but yeah, Silver Surfer is being cast in the movie. Um, so that's cool. Javier Bardem is reportedly still the top choice for the role of Galactus in the Fantastic Four. Javier Bardem been in movies like Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. Uh, oh gosh, I think he voices Bane in something.
oh.
He's in No Country for Old Men. I don't know if anyone's seen that.
Mhm.
It's an amazing movie. Um, he's been in a lot of stuff, but he is supposedly the person they want for Galactus, but Marvel is currently trying to figure out his schedule due to his involvement in a different film. So there you go.
Okay.
A
I mean,
human,
do
a
you think they're
human
gonna be
Galactus.
desperately wanting to get him that, like, even like after if he's like I really can't do it, like I have I got stuff going on.
And they'd
Oh,
probably find someone else.
all right.
Um, but yeah, Galactus, an actual human being this time. Not a human, I guess he's an alien. But
Yeah.
here's another good piece of news for Fantastic Four, one that a lot of people were wondering. Because they were like, well, if they're in the 60s, does that mean that Doctor Doom is in the 60s? In which case, in modern day, he'd be dead, or he'd be old.
Yeah.
No, because but Doctor Doom will reportedly appear in the Fantastic Four, but he will be at the very end of the film.
Figured.
An actor will be cast later in the film's production, so he's in present day. I think they're from present day. That's the reason they weren't there for like all the Infinity War and Endgame stuff. They were in the 60s.
They're in the 60s, yeah.
They were time displaced. Um, and Doom is in modern day. I wouldn't be surprised if Doctor Doom, maybe he's the one that bought Stark Tower, Avengers Tower.
I know, yeah, we still haven't figured that out, have we? Of who
No, but some of the directors know. Like director of Echo said he knows, which makes me think it's Kingpin. But
even. Yeah.
um, yeah. So yeah, we got some Doctor Doom action going on there. Blade could be delayed until 2026. Mahershala Ali though is reportedly happy with where the script for the film is going, which is good because it's been through like 100,000 rewrites.
I mean, hey, I mean, the big thing you want for these movies is just them to take their time. So let's you know, I I'm gonna let them take their time, as long as the script's looking good, because I'd rather have a great Blade movie than something very mediocre. Like we all can agree on that.
Yeah.
Um
Um,
So
the movie is slated to release in November of 2025. However, according to some insiders, Fantastic Four could take Blade's release date of November 2025.
yeah, okay. Okay, so
Uh, and get the heck away from Superman.
yeah, that'd probably be a smart decision to do, but because I think Superman will actually outdo the Fantastic Four,
Yeah,
whether a Snyder fan, your local Snyder fan wants to tell you, regardless.
like your local stuff.
Your local Snyder.
Um, but one movie has changed dates also for next year, which would be the Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts has moved up from a July release date to May 2nd, 2025.
So I guess they're confident in their progress with the movie so far.
Yeah, Captain America is not in any of this either. So I'm guessing there will be no Captain America next year. Unless they announce it at some other point.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Thunderbolts, May 2nd. According to Daniel RPK, Tom Holland, Kevin Feige, and Sony are apparently still figuring out if Spider-Man 4 will be a street level story or a multiverse story.
All right. Um,
Give the rights
it,
to Disney.
yeah, I know Disney. You got billions of dollars. You can. I don't know. You can definitely not. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
I'm about to go on a whole rant here. Um, we were talking, and you were straight up saying Sony is very money hungry,
yeah,
and I agree completely. They are. Or it's and I have a perfect solution for them. If they want to make No Way Home money, simply just make Spider-Man 4 and Amazing Spider-Man 3 instead of Madam Web 2 or El Muerto or something. You know?
yeah.
Um I don't understand their logic. I never do. Spider-Man 4 needs to be a grounded story and there's a saying called too much of a good thing, and they're going to completely ruin it. You know,
Yeah,
will I still be there day one to see it? Yes, but will it lose the impact of what it could have been in Secret Wars or Kang Dynasty?
absolutely.
Definitely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Um,
That I'll end it off there.
yeah, I agree. It does say here too that Marvel Studios Spider-Man 4 is currently being written with a plan for it to release before Avengers Kang Dynasty.
Mhm.
Speaking of Spider-Man stuff, Nicolas Cage is in talks to return for the live-action Spider-Man Noir series. Um, oh my God.
Yeah, I guess he's gonna play him. Like
That's the
sure,
yeah, that's the
yeah,
rumor.
that's great.
Um, yeah, we don't know anything else other than that he is in talks, but that would be really cool. Silk. Oh God. Um, the writers' room for the Silk series has been scrapped, except for showrunner Angela Kang. The show will have a creative overhaul and will be refocused to a more male skewing audience.
Hmm.
Um,
So she's gonna be like,
this is unexpected.
so she's gonna be that, you know, the silk and of what if you
Maybe
know, you know.
it. This is unexpected, and do I think it's a good idea? No.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
It no. I just no.
I mean, I don't think do you even need to explain it? I think it should just be a straight up, your parents all like, I don't tell you why,
I don't think it
just
should
know.
skew towards a certain anything should skew towards a certain audience. And like
Yeah.
that wise, like I think
Well,
everyone should be able to watch it. I mean, everyone will
well,
be
I
able
mean,
to.
well, there's stuff that's going to like,
It's like
this is
Barbie.
more for a male audience. This is more for a female
But
audience.
but you'd think that'd be something like Barbie is for a female audience, Transformers is for a male audience, or
Yeah,
like something like that. Silk, why is that for a certain what?
I don't know.
If anything, that should be for a female audience, but why is it not for both?
I don't know. I don't know. Again, I don't have all the answers
Well,
for Sony's confusion. I wish I did.
they are quite
And who
confusing.
knows? Maybe I should get into the movie world and get into movie production, so I can work at Sony, and then I can get Sperman 4 and all that to happen.
Yeah.
So, and then
Um.
I'll explain why they make these decisions.
Well, there you go. Okay, two more pieces of news from Marvel. Um, Starting off with this on some What If season three casting, a certain character will be making their MCU debut in What If season three. I want to see if you can guess who this character is, unless you've already seen it, in which
And
case,
is it? I mean, I don't want to spoil it for you. I mean, is it who I? I mean, I'm gonna say Storm.
yes.
Yep.
Aurora Monroe, aka Storm, will make her MCU debut in What If season three. So I'm kind of curious about where she shows up in that,
Yeah.
unless it's like Deadpool 3 episode.
Yeah. Is this supposed to be like a
Like,
Deadpool 3 episode?
I mean, I don't know, maybe. Um, but yeah, there's that. And the final piece of news here, according to My Time to Shine Hello, Henry Cavill has been cast in a mystery role in the MCU, and everyone is saying Captain Britain. And then
That's who I said.
they came out and said all these people, all these characters that you're guessing are not it. And they said you will never guess who he's playing. I'm like, what does that mean?
Eddie Brock. I don't know.
No, Doctor Doom.
It's not
No, I
Doctor
don't.
Doom.
I don't know.
Say Doctor Doom, and then if he's all like,
That'd be a good
well,
cast.
it's not
So
bad. No,
him and like Pedro.
that'd be some good acting off each other.
Oh, who could he play?
I
Oh, it'd be kind of cool if he played like uh what's his name in the Thor Balder, his other brother, Balder the
oh
Brave.
his
He had like
Bart of the Brain. Yeah,
yeah, it'd be cool if he played him in like Thor 5 or something. But I don't know, he could be a number of people. He Heck, I don't know. He could be Wolverine. No.
yeah. Why not?
Cyclops.
I know some people wanted him as Wolverine.
Let me
Him.
look up who could Henry Cavill play in Marvel. No, he can't play Hercules. It's already been cast. Hyperion is possible.
Hyperion. Yeah, definitely possible.
Um, Mr. Sinister.
Maybe. I don't know if I like that though.
Nova.
I don't know. Yeah, we're just going to have to. I mean, just gonna have to wait and see. I mean, is there anyone that
Nick Fury Sr.
you know what? I actually kind of like that.
There you go. Um, that'd be interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Let us know who you think Henry Cavill could play in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And if you say Superman and follow it by any sorts of ridiculous hashtags, we're banning you from our channel.
Um, Revive on Netflix. No, story on Netflix.
I'm also in
Sell it.
the lookout for a new co-host.
Yeah, just then, Darian's looking for a new co-host.
Yeah.
Why not?
Please put your applications in our OnlyFans in the comments below.
And our OnlyFans. Have I not been aware of this? And where are those profits going?
The profits are going back to the OnlyFans.
Darian in a thong would not is not what I expected to think about today.
No, I just said
Lord.
I'm not gonna finish the sentence I was about to say. Oh my god. Sitting oiled up in a thong reading the Marvel news of the week.
Well, hey, that's the special episode. Special
That's
episode.
the after hours.
That's what we really mean by after hours.
Oh my god.
Oh, Chris. But back to the news. What
www.onlyfans.com/comicbook. Okay. No,
$5
that's
your
the
first session.
that's the end of Marvel news.
Oh, good. What a way to end it off. Talking about you in a thong. It's wonderful.
You brought it up.
It sounds like Henry Cavill's playing you.
Yeah, Henry Cavill's on
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Okay, we got to end the meeting because Zoom doesn't like us, but it's perfect timing because you guys need a commercial. So here's a commercial.
Play the Which Spidey Suits You game at Burger King.
Black Spidey, I choose you. I want a Maserati.
But be prepared to live with your choice. Swing into BK, you can win a Maserati or tons of other prizes. Every game piece can win.
Okay, welcome back from the commercial. DC news. But first, before we get into that, I want to correct myself on something. I did say that Queso won the Streamer of the Year at the Streamer Awards. I've now come find out in between the meetings that he did not. Kai Cenat won it. I got gaslighted by Queso's chat.
Huh?
Yeah. So, just gonna correct that. Okay. So let's start with this. Here we go. 3 pieces of news in one. According to Frank Grillo, who is playing Rick Flag Sr. in Creature Commandos, Creature Commandos will release around the end of summer, beginning of fall. He says he knows when Rick Flag Sr. will be making his live-action debut, and that the show will be, quote, hard R. Now, that means rated R.
Oh yeah.
Not...
But hardcore.
But, like, you get why I had to specify.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, very, very adult. And then I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh.
Yeah, everyone was like, it's gonna be what in the comments?
It's
It'll be a hard rated R. And it comes out end of summer, beginning of fall.
Please, rated R, rated R.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that. It'll be fun. We don't know much about the show. I'm ready for a trailer though. It should be soon if it's gonna be around that time. Okay. James Gunn confirmed today that he will be writing and directing more stuff in the future of the DCU after Peacemaker and Superman. Which I guess we all could have assumed, but there's some confirmation on that. Along with today, also a little bit of confirmation. There is a rumor going around saying that Andy Muschietti will not be doing Batman the Brave and the Bold anymore. And just conveniently today, a picture is posted of his parking spot at the WB headquarters.
So what is it?
With a golf cart with a bat symbol. Which pretty much confirms he is still doing it. Also, if that's the golf cart he's using with that symbol on it, then we're gonna get that symbol on our Batman.
Oh yeah.
And it's gonna be
You
pink.
think so?
I think so. I mean, again, I don't care. I'm not really that big of a I don't care which symbol he has. If he has like the normal bat or the, I kind of prefer the just normal bat, and not like the yellow and black. But I mean, I don't really care. But yeah, there was that image put out, so I thought I'd put that up in the ether there for anyone who's wondering. Um, Joker 2 had some images come out. Did you see these images?
Yeah, I did. I did see these images. Yes.
It was for Valentine's Day. Some pictures of Joker and Harley Quinn. And an announcement that we'll be getting our first trailer or teaser, I guess, for the movie in April. It's too long. I don't want to wait that long.
Yeah, I know. It's like I want to see at least like a little clip or something, man. I don't know.
Feels like a very this this year has a lot of good stuff in it. This year feels like the appetizer to 2025.
The
And
the it's a good appetizer,
like
man.
literally, if you think about it, like we get the lead up to Superman. We get Creature Commandos, which is like an appetizer for Superman. We get Penguin, which is an appetizer for the Batman Part 2, because that's still supposed to come out next year.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I don't know what Joker's an appetizer for, but like you know what I mean. Like it's like
That's the salad. No, it's not even the salad. It's Joker 2 is the freaking heck. I don't even know what you call it. It's something. It's something delicious coming up.
it's the large Diet Coke that
It's
someone
it's the
ordered in.
blooming onion coming out.
The blue guy. Oh, hold on. Oh, let's talk about blue and onion. Hold on, I'm hungry.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but speaking of Batman related things, an actor who surprisingly, well, I want Jensen Ackles, but I also want this guy, Alan Ritchson, Reacher, or Aquaman from Smallville, or Hawk from Titans,
Yeah.
or probably 100 other things. He has come out talking about wanting to be Batman in the DCU, and he said this. The fact that people are interested in me playing Batman is a real honor and privilege. It's one of the first characters I fell in love with as a child. I still remember the big long pistol coming out of the Joker's pants. Huh? So hold
He's referring to
on. Hold
Batman.
on. Okay. I still remember the big long pistol coming out of the Joker's pants as he goes to shoot down the Batplane, Richardson told Bro Bible. Those iconic moments really resonated with me as a child. For there to even be a conversation or a rumor mill surrounding this role, for me, all I can do is laugh. I just think it's wild that's where we are. There you go.
Hey, I mean,
Have you seen this
I haven't
man?
seen Reacher.
He's
I am
literally
looking.
Batman.
I know you sent me a scene.
Should we get a live reaction of that scene?
No, I'll look at it. I'll look at it later, and then I'll bring my
That's what you
thoughts up.
that's what you said. That's what you
With
said
what?
last time. The
I
last
did
time I
not say
sent it
that
to you.
last. I never said that.
When I sent the thing to you, you were like, "I'll look at
I'll
it
watch it
later."
later. Yeah, but I was just teasing you. Kids
Oh,
call it edging these days. That's what I was. I
oh,
was edging. I was getting excited of Derek Larry might actually watch it. But no, I'm just you know I don't know. I'll bring it up next week because that way we have people to come on and be like,
no,
oh, what
no,
Lennon's going.
no. You know what? Since we're literally at the end of the DC news anyway, because we went through a lot quicker than I thought. Go to 1 minute in that, and we're
One
gonna
minute.
get
Okay.
1 minute
Fine.
in
Fine.
and see what I'm
See,
speaking.
see peek. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Here. Do you have the link recently on there? Is it just okay?
I just sent it to you.
Still the 1 minute mark.
Yes, he gets he gets surrounded in a bathroom by a bunch of inmates, and they're gonna try to kill him.
Oh, okay. Thanks for clarifying that at the end.
You're
All right,
welcome.
I'm looking at it right now. Oh, crap.
I mean, come on.
My dude's a menace, dude. He was taking those guys. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And
I
you
got to
can,
see. Do you see that
oh,
there's like an interrogation scene or something? Like, what's
yeah,
that?
I retweeted it on Twitter. He's literally like goes up to some guy and like in this parking lot, and he's like holding him by his like collar, and he's talking to me like, "You need to tell me what you know right now, or I swear he said I'll break your stuff." I can't remember what he said.
I break
And the
every
guy's
bone. Yeah,
he didn't
something.
say that, but the guy finally decides to talk, or he's like, "Okay, fine, fine, don't do it, please." And Richard goes, "Good, now talk." And I'm like, Batman.
Batman. What are you talking?
But I think Alan Richardson should play Batman. Some people are saying he's too big for Batman because he's a big dude. He said he put on like 250 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, really.
But Jensen Ackles also looks like he could be a good Batman. So I don't know.
I don't know. Look, I'm fine with whoever.
Torn.
I'm fine with whoever.
I'm
Well,
torn.
not whoever. Like, if I had to pick, I mean, those two guys look like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, let us know what you think about Alan Richardson as Batman. According to Jeff Snyder, Chris Provenzano will be producing the Waller series, which I'm surprised we haven't heard anything about. We've heard more about Waller actually than we have about this. And I'm going to tell you this, and you'll be like, I completely forgot that was a thing. Paradise Lost, the Amazon, no, not Amazon show, but it's about the Amazonians, the Wonder Woman prequel show about the Themyscira that James Gunn announced.
oh,
Um,
I think I know what you're talking about. Oh my god, I
he
remember
announced
now.
it was one of the projects he announced in that video he did.
Mhm,
Paradise
I remember
Lost. It's like Game of Thrones, but and Themyscira.
Amazonian.
We don't
Yeah.
know anything about that, but um, Waller is something that we're starting to get a little bit more news on. And this producer, Chris Provenzano, he's worked on shows and movies such as Mad Men.
Great show.
He wrote that. Silicon Valley, and a show called Justified, and a movie called Get Low. And he's been in a lot of other stuff. He's written in a lot of his other stuff. He's written 2 episodes of that show Archer, the
That's a great
animated.
show as well.
Well, is this the animated one? Yeah. Is it? Yeah, it's okay. I mean, that's pretty much it. All the big stuff. He will be producing Waller.
All right. All right. Good.
Which
Good.
I guess
Good.
will be
Good.
out after Peacemaker season 2. Excuse me.
Mhm.
Okay. And finally, recent news today: The Penguin has wrapped filming. So, I mean, The Penguin going to be out this fall. Could possibly be one of the best DC TV shows.
Of all time, yes. Get that right.
I'm excited. It's officially done filming. Get a trailer at some point. Probably at Comic-Con, I'm guessing. I really think they're going to do something for Comic-Con. But yeah, that's all the DC news.
Pretty much, pretty much
Um,
all around good news this week.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, bad news all the time.
no.
Huh.
Gaming. Well, I got a little bit of bad
Uh,
news again.
no, okay. I
But
spoke too soon. Is that what you're telling me?
yeah. Starting off with this is the quickest thing first before we get into the big stuff. The Monolith Wonder Woman game, according to the comic historian, we'll be getting news for that next month. Finally. It's been a drought for it was revealed 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's been definitely a
We need
drought.
to stop that trend of revealing games so long before they release.
But I'm cool. Like a little teaser coming out and stuff. But like
I'm
next
not, so
year,
we
I
just
have
gotta
something.
wait so long.
Yeah,
Then you
well,
get incidents like the Insomniac leak.
yeah. I mean,
It's rough. Oh, did we talk about New Game Plus last week?
for Spider-Man, no,
We didn't talk about that last week?
I don't believe so.
Sure.
I'm 99% sure, but I have the memory. I have a terrible memory, so
That's true. You have the memory of a goldfish.
I remember
Um,
Goldfish. Yeah.
well, if we did, I'll just mention again, Marvel Spider-Man 2, New Game Plus, whatever update that's going to be March 7th. Which might also be the same day, good segue here, as the Season 1 update for Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
But
So,
maybe not. We don't know for sure yet. But speaking of Suicide Squad, there was a bug patch. Well, not really. It was kind of just like a quick fix patch that they released the other day. There were some issues with the in-game damage scaling at mastery level 50 plus is pretty screwed. And it
oh
still is even after the patch. The burn affliction was the only thing that would deal damage. But they have now changed enemy health, changed the burn affliction, but you also take more damage. I don't remember the exact stats of it. They might talk about it in this, but it was met with a healthy dose of criticism.
yeah.
Um,
I don't understand it, but whatever.
So this bug fix didn't really help much, and it also didn't address the biggest issues that's going on with thousands of people not being able to access the servers,
Mhm.
which is crazy. Um,
Well,
there's a lot of issues going on, and they released a developer update. They're going to do one every week. So this is our first developer update, I think,
yeah.
for February 16th, and this is what they said. We're going to read through it. I guess this will be a weekly thing. Hello, people of Metropolis. It's been another busy but exciting week here at Rocksteady. We launched our first post-launch patch. We're also preparing for the release of Season 1, Q Joker memes. But more importantly, the team is working incredibly hard on bug fixing and improvements. You've all clearly been busy too. We've loved seeing the in-game busting builds you've put together, the insane displays of skill as you master the squad's traversal, and the hype moments as you take on the Justice League and Brainiac. For this update, I want to address the reception of the patch, as well as our thoughts on the effects it had, and what we're currently working on and what we're looking at to work on in the coming weeks. Alright, top priority issues. For our upcoming patches, we're looking to address login issues and server issues. And while we might not be able to fix all of those issues right away, I want to assure everyone this is the top priority for us. We hear and feel your frustration, and we can only agree it's unacceptable for the players who are affected by this. We need to do better, and we're working hard to fix these issues. It is, however, not an easy nut to crack because it's not one single issue, it's several smaller issues that are affecting some players in different ways. We can only ask that you remain patient and keep giving more information through customer support to help us address the issues. So off to a good
It's
start. The transparency
yeah,
is good.
yeah,
I like when a studio is transparent.
exactly. I agree.
Next section. Why did we release an in-game bug fix and balancing patch first? This is a long article, by the way.
Hmm.
Um, Balancing changes can be done by our design teams with little to no need for code support. Login issues and server issues are sadly not something a designer can fix. However, we don't want to delay changes that can be implemented quickly and will improve parts of the game. So while we understand that you might wonder and be frustrated around priorities, keep in mind that we have different teams working on different issues in parallel. Rest assured, our engineering and network code teams are dedicated and completely focused on fixing network issues. At the end of the day, we don't want to delay changes that we can make and believe will improve parts of the game.
Yeah, that's good.
Excuse me. The next section is patch and leaderboard update. In our latest patch, we addressed a game-breaking issue with the burn affliction, and we introduced a new leaderboard to immortalize all of you who engaged with the mastery levels and quite literally broke the game. If you open the leaderboards in game after the patch, you'll be able to change the filter and view the Finite Crisis OG villains, which is what you all are, the original crowd, the Trailblazers, the OG villains. I also did learn from Miller, by the way, that Finite Crisis is just what Season 0 is called, and once we get into Season 1, Episode 1, we'll have episode level now, and so you level up at
Uh,
your episode level.
gotcha.
So Finite Crisis is just like the end game for now.
Hmm. Okay.
Um, So anyone was wondering. We also changed the mastery level balancing based on feedback from you all to make enemy health increases less steep at mastery level 46 plus. Sorry. The intent with these changes was to allow for more build permutations, and we're really excited to see all of you now chase and explore new builds. We are even seeing some interesting freeze builds emerge, which we think is pretty cool. See what I did there? Ha ha ha.
Uh,
Um, one,
uh,
One of the other changes we made in the patch was to both increase the damage that enemies deal at mastery level 46 plus a bit, but to reduce the damage reduction on heat waves, molten skin, and the turtle's shell from 100% reduction to 90%. We've seen that this was met with somewhat mixed feelings, given that enemies at this level were pretty threatening already. However, our intention here is to keep both these items as very powerful damage reduction tools, but to ensure players still have to master traversal to steer clear of danger on the higher mastery levels. We also hope this will make players consider more ways of reducing enemy damage further when making in-game builds, both with talents and with augments on gear. There are some pretty powerful combinations in there that might be obvious at first glance, but can create synergies. When we pair these changes with the decreasing rate at which enemies gain health throughout the mastery levels, our intent is that this will lead to a combat experience at higher mastery levels that is a bit more frantic and fast-paced, where mastery of traversal, combat mechanics, and your build become crucial if you want to keep pushing. There's that. So it seems like Finite Crisis is going to end up being the competitive mode a bit. So you can go
Yeah.
back to Finite Crisis and just throw up your mastery level.
Yeah. This is great. Great to hear.
Yep. What's next? The highest priority within the code teams at the moment is to first and foremost address the issues some of our players are having around login and servers. While that is happening, we want to share what else is in the works already and what we've got cooking for upcoming patches. Let's hear what they're cooking.
They've been cooking with this game. I need to see the full vision still of what this.
Changes to the Prometheum game loop. We're seeing an imbalance where players need to play too many Metropolis missions to get Prometheum for incursion missions, Killing Time, or the Mayhem mission. Some players have found ways to alleviate this by hunting the cargo knots that are spread around the city, which is great to see. However, the Metropolis missions remain a concern for us, and we hear you that this loop could be more interesting, and in particular that it doesn't feel like you're engaging with the open world as much as you would like. We want you to feel like you're exploring Metropolis and that there are reasons to engage with the open world beyond just traversing between missions. That's why we're planning on doing a pretty big and fundamental change to this loop. Raising Hell will reward 3,000 Prometheum for completing Tier 1, and each subsequent tier will reward an increasing amount of Prometheum. Essentially, Raising Hell will be the way to get Prometheum quickly. For those of you who are unfamiliar with this feature, Raising Hell unlocks in Chapter 6. It features our favorite Toy Man. Your nickname is starting to rub off on us, though. I confess, I initially wrote Toy Boy. And it revolves around annoying the heck out of Brainiac in Metropolis. There's a set number of objectives to complete that tie into both our combat mechanics and exploration, and once completed, you face off against one of Brainiac's hit squads. We're also planning on giving these hit squads a bump so that they drop better loot rewards. We hope that this change will mean that you all get to explore and engage with Metropolis in new ways. That was the first section. Mutator balancing, boom and affliction immunity. So there is a mutator in every match that you play, like incursion games. One's called boom, and it's where you probably notice it, where lightning, like yellow lightning, starts showing up on the ground, and then like it strikes, and it takes a lot of your health away if you get hit by it. It's
Oh yeah,
like,
I have seen that. I have seen that. Yes.
that is boom, is what it's called. And
That sucks. I hate
also
that thing.
there's also one called affliction immunity, where enemies don't get hurt by your afflictions. They said this. We've noted feedback from a lot of our players that certain mutators are frustrating to play with and that they limit the options available to you in combat. The culprits are Boom and, to a lesser extent, Affliction Immunity. I first want to talk a little about the role of mutators in in-game overall before I address these specific ones. Mutators are supposed to act as playstyle changers, points in the mastery levels where you need to reevaluate your build, which is why they're mostly made to synergize with certain builds or afflictions. Having said that, we appreciate that Boom might be restricting the way you can play, especially when playing Harley and King Shark. We are
Oh
therefore
yeah.
considering excluding suicide strikes and shield harvesting from triggering Boom, so that you can still use all your abilities, but will still have to consider your positioning carefully when taking on enemies with your other attacks. So certain attacks will cause Boom to come out, but now your shield harvesting moves where you like stand still in the suicide strike where you're also standing still, you won't get attacked by it. It won't cause it. So you'll be able to move around and get away from the explosion.
That's good.
We are also considering modifying affliction immunity so that the effect will be removed from enemies whenever they take damage, rather than just on critical hits. We hope with these changes is that high mastery level combat will still require strategic play and positioning, but will open up the build and playstyles possibilities further. We'd love to hear your thoughts on these changes before they go live, so let us know what you think. And then finally, lower tiered legendary items. Our intention with the legendary gear was that it would be a viable part of the in-game builds, and in some cases would even be cornerstone items in a build, and in other cases be a complementary item to Notorious or Infamy set gear. We're seeing several powerful legendary items get a lot of mileage at higher mastery levels, which is fantastic. How you can say that again?
Oh
It's
yeah,
fantastic.
get that. It's
Fantastic.
Say again?
It's fantastic. However, we also think there's room for some of the lesser used legendary items to find a home with more experimentation. Some of these lower tiered legendary items are not really being used in in-game builds, as they simply don't seem to be able to keep up with the raw stats that other legendary, Notorious, and Infamy item sets have. We're taking a careful look at this, but before we action anything, we would really love to hear if you have discovered a legendary item that you think would be great in a build, but that you're just not using due to it falling behind in terms of damage output or due to it being too situational or too hard to trigger or maintain. Let us know. thank you all for the feedback you've been sending our way. We hear you and we see you. We're looking forward to sharing more details around the upcoming release of our first season soon. It's going to be a laugh. See you in the Elseworlds, Axel and the Rocksteady team.
I've been in a relationship like this before with Marvel's Avengers saying they hear me. We hear you. I'm like, do you? But no, for real. It sounds like they definitely know what they're doing. I think there's a couple mistakes they've definitely made along the way with this game, but luckily can be easily fixable. I tell you what, I think the worst infused enemies are the Batman ones.
Because they
I
just
can't
vanish.
I can't
I think
stand them.
I think the
I,
worst enemy in the game. Well, there's two. I hate the brute like they're called destroyers. They're
mhm,
bombers, whatever the big ones. Like
yeah,
um, they suck. But
yeah,
the snipers are even.
oh, yeah.
They
Snipers aren't too bad, but man, it sucks when you try to
and the
like.
helicopters. I hate helicopters.
It sucks when you try to get like a I don't know. I've been having trouble doing the counter strikes because like that people will just constantly be in
Yeah.
my way when I'm trying to counter it. I'm just like get out of my way, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate it.
So according to, should I say this? I'll say it. According to Miller,
Oh
um,
god.
the there will be more types of enemies added each season. He said he's seen in the files Green Lantern infused enemies, not just helicopters, but like actual enemies.
Hmm.
He's seen Flash infused tanks, and he said there will be Superman infused enemies. Um, I believe that's it for now. But he said there's a lot more that's going to be added as the game goes on, so it's going to be switched up a bit. And obviously, game modes, QVK or just the PvP mode, um, it's most likely could be releasing in episode 1 of season 1, but we're not 100% on that. There is, I'm gonna go ahead and say this now for anyone that can get it in time. There is an XP farm in the game.
Is this? Are we doing some cheats now? Is that what we're doing?
Yes. Um, if you gotta beat the game now. You don't have to beat the game. You just have to be past chapter 4. Go back to chapter 4 and go to the final mission. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the very last mission in chapter 4. Play it. It'll spawn you beside the Waller's ice cream truck outside the Hall of Justice. Go to the ice cream truck, skip both of the cutscenes, then boom, there's your like 30 to 80,000 XP, depending on your modifiers.
Yeah.
Then go and leave your session, chapter select, do it again. You level up at least once every time you do it. I am all level 30 now. And it is very worth it. So do go check that out before the exploit is
Patch.
yeah. Well, I don't know
Some,
if
I
it's
mean, I don't know
patched
how
yet.
they even could. No, you brought up.
Nerfed.
I was like,
More like
yeah,
nerfed.
nerfed. Yeah.
But then there's other ones too, though. But there you go. I mean, yeah. Um, yeah. People were unhappy. And I think also people were a little bit more. Some people were happier with it when they released this dev update. A lot of people also were not for some
Yeah.
reason because of the fixes that they put in for the end game, still making enemies more like bullet sponges.
Mhm.
So there's just like a whole damage scale issue that they have to fix. It's the whole thing. But hopefully it'll be different when it comes to this because this end game is different from what I'm pretty sure the end game will be um once the season starts.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know. 100%. We can't know for sure until we get closer to that time. Hopefully soon we get information about the battle pass. Um, maybe some more stuff about Joker. I hope another insider episode. That'd be nice.
Yeah. I like one of those.
Or like a war table.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, and that is all the gaming news. I think.
Yeah. That's all again. All pretty good news. I mean, it's good news that they are doing stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This was Avengers. We wouldn't hear from them until for like another 10 weeks.
Oh yeah, it was pretty bad.
And then you know what it would be in the 10 weeks? Like
More bugs.
photo mode, like submissions.
Oh yeah, just
Like
photo mode submissions.
remember, like the end, it always just show random pictures, and I'm like, oh, let me
Dude,
search for a new
I
scary.
remember I tried my best to get on there. I never did.
You just didn't have it in you.
I didn't have it in me. I'm not a photographer, I guess. I don't know.
But yeah, that is, yeah, that's everything. So I guess we can go ahead and get ready to get out of here.
Yep.
All right. So thank you all so much for joining us for this episode. Had a lot of news. This is a long one. Let's see what is coming up that you guys need to know about. I'm going to continue my Resident Evil 2 remake streams soon. Not 100% sure when. I have no idea when Landon's going to do his Final Fantasy.
I know. So you know what? It's a long story. I'm not gonna bother. I am doing it Sunday though. So it's no, don't even be like, I guess so. So
Um,
right.
but yeah, the Arkham Files, new episode of the Arkham Files season 3 about Killer Moth releases on Thursday. So I had originally said it was Firefly on the episode, but some case files got switched around, and so now it is not. It is his slightly stupider counterpart.
Hey, Killer Moth. That's where it's at. Somewhere.
Yeah, okay. So that is releasing on Thursday. You can check that out. No extra beef this week. Hopefully an Aquaman 2 extra beef the following week though, because we need to do that.
Yeah. Or Madam Web extra beef. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Aquaman 2 is like 1,000 times better than that. I hear that movie. But yeah, so go ahead and check those out. And if you have any questions, comments, corrections, or concerns, you can contact me on Instagram at DarienH4404. That's DARIENH4404. Or Instagram at the Comic Burrito _official. Facebook at the Comic Burrito _official page, or Twitter at the CB Burrito.
Yeah, you can contact me at Spider_Landon on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Very interactive on all platforms. And yeah, come on over. We can. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing this week. So we're doing nothing. Don't even come on my social medias this week. How about that? Maybe next week I'll have something.
There you go, folks.
Stay away from me. That's what I'm saying.
But with that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here, and we will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Excelsior!